I'm Deb Hoskin and I'm project manager of the charity, the Horticultural Therapy Trust. My role within the Horticultural Therapy Trust is really quite varied. The majority of my efforts and energies, I suppose, are in supporting the well-being of participants and also of volunteers, and making sure people's needs and abilities are met, which means meeting their needs so that they are able to learn and to find recoveries, but also making sure that they're able to use their abilities and skills to learn together. And training in skills is very much part of that good practice that people are gaining in horticultural skills and knowledge, and sometimes with volunteers then going on towards employment and that, and with participants learning through processes in life is also part of those skills, so life skills and social skills, which can often be learnt through experience of plants and growing and the natural cycles in life. The other role is funding, planning, session planning and maintenance of the project and the grounds. We'll be testing out some good practice tools. We've looked through the good practice of the Italian Horticultural Therapy project, and what we decided, which seemed to fit in with the way that their practice is, that we would test out seeding, transplanting, planting into the garden, and then a harvesting of something, so that we see that whole process going through. Normally that would be in much more of a long-term process, but it gives a bit of an idea and a flavour of the therapeutic process within that, and how gardening supports that recovery process. Through testing out this good practice today, we hope that it will show good practice towards the processing towards recoveries and well-being, but also towards gaining skills. I thought the activity went really well. I thought it showed that process, which would be over much more long-term normally, of going from seed sowing to transplanting, planting and then harvesting. I thought it showed the socialisation in between, all the different practices that we would do within that, but within that it would be more slow, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We'd spend a morning sowing.
Yeah.
And what did you find?
Yeah, I mean, I get quite a lot out of it, just the fact that you're out and doing something that you know is going to grow into something better, something you can eat.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to be out in the fresh air and doing something practical.
And that thing of actually growing something to eat, or a flower to watch grow.
Yeah.
That makes you feel good.
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah, definitely.
And that is the process, really. There's a lot of complex therapeutic aims within that, and recoveries. To everyone it means something different, and its meaning or people's unique needs or abilities. But within that is that therapeutic process of empowering and value and feeling better.
Yeah.
Well-being.
Getting a bit of physical exercise as well.
Yeah. And for you, Sheila, within that, is that the basis for you, like people that you talk to? Is it making them feel better to do that? Do they enjoy that?
I think so. Yeah, definitely.
And seeing the colours and the flowers.
Yeah, definitely that. Yeah, and I usually take pictures when I can.
Yeah. And then we can load them up, can't we? And share them. And within that as well, would you say that would be a good practice for anyone to do, depending on their needs? Sort of if you had, there's certain participants with disabilities, we can have raised beds
Yeah.
for them to work on, but you can still work together.
Yeah, that is nice that you can all be together and share whatever it is you're planting, or and you forge conversations, and get to know each other, which is good for anybody, I think. Especially when I retired a couple of years ago, that's when I got into the volunteering. It gave me a purpose, you know, to get out of bed and something nice to do during the day. So I didn't mind going home and just sitting watching television or doing whatever, you know. So it was quite nice.
And you bring your own skills, don't you? People share.
I suppose I do. Yeah, it's nice to think that.